Hello and welcome to our brand new Ekascloud mini-series. Over the next few weeks, we'll be explaining why online training is so important, specifically why Ekascloud online training, cloud training is so important, and also information, tips and hints how to get the best out of your online cloud training journey. Today we're joined by two non-exec directors of Ekascloud explaining why Ekascloud is the preferred partner for your online cloud needs.
Hello and welcome to today's first Ekascloud Management Dialogue. My name is Sujan Kotyan and I'm a non-executive director at Ekascloud, a one-to-one online IT training and education company. I have a background of around 32 years in the IT and consultancy industry in various roles from delivery over business development and sales, as well as different management roles. My interview partner today is Professor Alexander Sayer, the co-founder of Ekascloud and a very seasoned IT professional, well known in the industry. Hi Alexander, hope you're doing well and please introduce yourself in a couple of words.
Thank you, Sujan. Looking forward to our conversation. It's a pleasure for me to discuss how we can really bring the unique differentiators and the value of Ekascloud to our students. A few words to myself. I'm close to 30 years in the industries, a lot of enterprise system and other large complex IT systems. I'm a co-inventor of a large database system about HANA, you might heard about, which every SAP system is based on, which I invented with a larger team together around about 10-15 years ago. I'm also created a new leading cloud coupling architecture, which is also now patent for since last year. So I'm a kind of, I would say, innovator for latest technologies, and I'm passionate to help large companies to use cloud to bring more value and also efficiency at scale. So, as you already mentioned, I'm with Ekascloud as a non-executive director and a co-founder since the very early days. In my daily role, I'm a chief technology officer at one of the largest IT consulting companies with more than 600,000 people and help our largest clients to implement leading cloud technology stacks. This is the reason why my company has 80,000 employees in the architecture space, and only 10 people will be the leading cloud architects. We call it cloud fellows, and I am one of them. So I'm bringing the latest technologies and stack to Ekascloud and make sure that the trainings what Ekascloud provide is really leading and cutting edge technologies, that what our students learn is different from the level of knowledge and also to the right direction what the industry is going.
That's fantastic, Alexander, to have somebody in Ekascloud, and especially also for today's dialogue with such a background. And I would like to, ask you a couple of questions. In fact, several students or those interested to take a certification and to take a course, in fact, at Ekascloud are asking me. Let me start with the first question. How is Ekascloud, Alexander, different from other e-learning and e-training platforms in the marketplace?
There's one unique differentiator, and I'm since around about several years also a computer science professor at the university. I was visiting professor at the MIT and in Stanford working. But usually at the university, you are teaching to a class in a kind of large room and everyone gets the same knowledge, but they have usually different skills. At Ekascloud, it is different. We have one-to-one coaching and training. So for every student, there is a dedicated trainer who takes them from the level where they are. When you talk about 100% knowledge needed to be a leading cloud architect, some of them have probably 5%. Some of them have already 60 or have some other skills. So we more or less help them to get the right knowledge together, what they need for the certification at the end. So we also call it from zero to hero. So you can start, some people start more or less at close to zero. Some of them are people who have done something else in her life before, but we were able, when they're really engaged and motivated, they are able to get what we have seen more or less in all our students, that they can get really a cloud expert and architect, which is very important because there is a huge demand in the market for cloud experts. This is also one part of this, that what Ekascloud makes so different, that we bring new talent with the right skills to the market, and for the students they get exciting jobs at the end, which is also very important.
And that in fact leads to my second question. You mentioned cloud, and it would be really interesting to understand what are the selection criteria for the training and certification portfolio Ekascloud offers today.
I take care with our management team that we train our students on the latest needed skills today and in the near future. So we have training certifications for Google Cloud, we have it for Microsoft Azure, we have it for Amazon Web Service, so the 3 leading hyperscalers in the world. We offer also big data and AI trainings, more or less, which is a kind of foundation which you can apply on the cloud providers. And we have also some other trainings available where you also get the knowledge about networks, which is also included. So the short message is we are covering all leading hyperscalers. These are the skills what the companies in the world need, because this is more or less the skills they are looking for. I learned many of my clients in my daily life, they have a huge demand. They ask for the right experts. They're signing contracts with the 3 large hyperscalers for multi-billion revenue projects. Because when you sign a bigger contract, then you get a better discount, which is all known in the market. And then they ask, what can we do? What makes really the difference? What is the best architecture? How we can bring the different pieces together? As I mentioned, this cloud coupling, bringing different cloud capabilities together using an SAP system or something else, an Oracle system, put some latest technology stacks on top using AI and connect this to latest microservices. This is really the cutting edge, what is requested in the market, and gives the companies a competitive advantage when they are using this.
Yeah, and thank you. And let me add this, in fact, I think the demand, especially in the different technologies you mentioned, are growing and growing. As this is also, for example, confirmed by Bitkom, where a large number, even in a single country like Germany, are going to be missing over the next couple of years. I think we're talking here about a number of around 700,000 experts. And my experience, in fact, is, and this is not just on country level, you would have this, in fact, looking also at our engagement types, on-site, means in Germany you would have them near shore and even offshore. Would you agree to that, Alexander?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm engaged also with Bitkom since a couple of years, and the key topic is here that the cloud technology improvements are growing so fast that it's really the companies with their people which they have today have usually not the full knowledge and perspective what is possible to do. And it's, from my perspective, clear who is using the latest cloud stacks, they will win in the future. So this is so superior. So, I was at the MIT visiting professor, a colleague of mine who is the co-inventor of the RFID chips. He mentioned shortly that in years before we have done 5 years programs what we want to do research on, but the changes in the market, the improvement is so fast that after 24 months it's already done. This is so it's a big change. So when you work at a company and just do a few years of normal work, then your knowledge is outdated mainly, and especially cloud knowledge is more or less only a few years in the market, right? So it's not more than probably 10 years, and the last 3-5 years is growing even faster, and the differentiators, and you see all the large banks, other large global companies are moving to the cloud. So there is a huge demand, and this is even growing. You mentioned the 700,000. This is the latest number of Bitkom, and only for the market here in Germany, but globally it's a huge bigger market, and you often can work from remote. It is not that you don't have to live in Germany. So with cloud, there are some computing power, but you can connect from everywhere at the end. So this is also some of the advantages that the cloud networks are so safe and secure. That this is also another big topic. Security is the cloud stack of the hyperscalers is very, very leading from the security stack. Even also nowadays, we know all this tragedy in Ukraine, where you have a lot of hackers and attacks in the networks. So I'm convinced that when you are using cloud, that you are in a better position here to secure your networks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is also part of our training. So this is part of our training.
Thank you very much, Alexander, for this very insightful answers. This will really help also those interested, in attending trainings and doing the certification at Ekascloud a lot in their decision making. I'm very confident in that. And over to you, in fact, Jonathan. Thank you very much again, Alexander, and looking forward to forward-going discussions. So over to you, Alex.
I'm looking also forward to our next conversation on the next topics, where we can also provide, for example, to already companies and their teams with latest technology and how they can leverage Ekascloud and other topics as well. Back to you, Jonathan.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for that, gentlemen. Very, very informative. So don't forget, if you need any help with your online cloud training, reach out to us at Ekascloud and we'll help you every step of the way. See you next time.